How do I correctly use REST parameters with JavaScript destructuring? Imagine you're trying to handle a bunch of data in your code and want it to be simple and clear. Well, combining REST parameters and destructuring can make your code cleaner and easier to manage. Let's walk through how to do it correctly. First, REST parameters are a way to gather all remaining arguments into an array. You write 3 dots before a parameter name. For example, in a function like function sum, numbers, all arguments after the first go into the numbers array. This is super handy when you don't know how many arguments will come in. Destructuring is a syntax that lets you unpack values from arrays or objects into individual variables. For arrays, you can do something like const first second. Rest is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, first gets 1, second gets 2, and rest becomes an array of the remaining elements. For objects, destructuring looks like const a b. Rest is equal to a 10b, 20c, 30d, 40. Now O is 10, b is 20, and rest is an object with the remaining properties. When you use REST parameters in functions, the REST parameter must be the last in the list. You can't put another parameter after it. Also, REST parameters are always collected into an array, so you can destructure that array inside the function if needed. For example, function multiply, multiplier, numbers, return numbers. Map n is equal to n multiplier. Will multiply each number by the multiplier. Calling multiply 2, 1, 2, 3 gives you 2 for 6. You can also destructure the REST array directly in the function signature. Like function process, first, second, rest, console log first, second, rest, which, when called with process 10, 20, 30, 40, logs 10, 20, 30, 40. In object destructuring, the REST syntax collects all properties not already destructured into a new object. For example, const user is equal to name, Alice, age 25, city, NY, country, USA, then const name age, address is equal to user, makes address an object with city and country. Remember, in object destructuring, the REST property must be a simple variable name. You can't nest destructuring directly in the REST. For example, const a b is equal to obj is invalid. Instead, get the REST into a variable and destructure it separately. Using REST parameters with destructuring is especially useful in web development. It helps handle variable data inputs, separate known properties from extra data, and write flexible functions. It makes your code more readable and adaptable. So, to do it right, always put the REST parameter last in function parameters. Use the spread syntax to gather remaining array elements or object properties, and follow the syntax rules for destructuring. This way, your code stays clean, clear, and ready for any data shape you encounter.